Hey guys, welcome to Golden Setups. I'm your host, Golden Focus, here with another How I Traded SPX. Today, I did 120% trade today. Did quite a few trades. The 120% trade is going to be the second trade that I'll be sharing with you guys. But the first trade, let's just go right into it. This first trade I got into, I went ahead and saw that we were rejecting the 9 in the open, and also the 200-day moving average. I went ahead and got in. Also, I saw on the higher time frames, and I'll show that in a little bit there. I'll show you some confirmation on the higher time frame to let me know that we're at a place to where we normally reject. We came down here, and I was looking to take profits right around here, but that momentum was pretty strong. We broke down below 411.71, which has been a very strong key level over the last few days. We went back up. I wanted to see if we were going to use it as resistance, and we did, and so I went ahead and continued to hold. I did add into my position at this bear flag break to the downside, and as we came down to 411.08, which is a key level I have right here, I was looking to take some profits here, but we just continue to drop. And as we continue to drop here, I was like, you know what, let me not push my luck, and I went ahead and took profits here. This was a really good play. I was happy about that one this morning. Good way to clear my mind on this beautiful Monday morning. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and go to the second play over here. This play was pretty cool. So we had this big move, big run up, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable getting into any of these plays on the way up. Just over the last few days, the momentum moves have been to the downside, and so that's what I was looking for. And so, anyways, I've been tracking the trends. You can see these trend lines here, all over the place here. Let me go ahead and clean this up just a little bit. We came up, we even wedged a little bit, and then after that, we moved up from there. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this wedge, and now you can see that we have this trend line I was tracking here. All right, tracking this trend line, and then we rejected up here. What happened was we had a SPX gap up here. Once we filled that gap, we went ahead and dropped down, and we dropped down with quite some momentum. And so as we were dropping, I wanted to look for the obvious play, and so what I did is I quickly switched over. Now, what time is this at? This time was at like roughly around 1 o'clock when this happened, and so I went over and switched over to my higher time frame chart. Here's my 1 hour right here, and here is the 1 o'clock right here. Here's the 1 o'clock right here, and so here we are. We've been in this channel last few days, hitting the top and hitting the bottom and whatnot. And also we have this supply zone above us. And so what we had here was a hit of the supply zone plus a rejection of the top of this wedge. It was a beautiful play. That's what gave me the confidence to be able to jump into that play and hold it for as long as I did. And I said, you know what, where am I getting out? I'm going to go ahead and get out of VWAP. And so we moved all the way down. I sold into strength on the way down to VWAP. So I was happy about that play. I did this trade in 2 accounts. One of them was the smaller account that I created for a Telegram channel not too long ago. That trade is in the free Telegram channel, or the profits there. That's the actual 120% trade that this video is about. And then after that, here's my failure for today. Here's where I lost today. I drew a trend line connecting the bottom of this wick here to the bottom of this wick here, and this 1420 220 candle that dropped down below here, below the 9, below the 20 here, I went ahead and created an alert. I think it was 134. I set up some targets. I had one target roughly, I believe roughly around 412, 15, something like that. And we had a hard time getting to the target. We eventually did hit target 1. I had 3 targets. We hit target 1. And then after that, we bounced right up, and I was like, man, I even held a little bit longer than I was supposed to, but didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to pan out. And so I went ahead and took a small loss on that one, and called it a day on that one. And those were my trades for the day. I did have one more Tesla trade that turned out really well, but it's a similar trade to the other ones. It was a bear flag on the way down. Today was a really good day this morning to be able to get in on some puts. But let's go ahead and talk about next day setups. All right, looking at next day setups here, looking at SPY. What I have going on here is you can see this trend line. I'm looking at the hourly chart right now on ES. Okay, ES, SPX, SPY. They're all correlated here, and so they all kind of move in tandem. They move the same, and so I got a trend line here. I'm tracking this trend right here. I'm tracking this trend every single time we hit the top of this channel, and we happen to be in this supply zone. We drop, and the momentum behind that is pretty strong. And so that's what happened this morning. This is what I was talking about earlier. The put play that I got into this morning. This was roughly around 8 o'clock, and then after that we continued 9 o'clock. And so this is the reason I got into puts, because of I saw this rejection and how we just came out of the supply zone just a little bit before that. And so I'm looking at this price action very similar to this price action, very similar to this price action. And here we are again, right here, close to the top of this channel. Are we going to drop all the way down to the bottom of the channel? Well, my first sign of weakness is going to be this trend line right here. All right, this trend line right here is going to be my first sign of weakness. My second sign of weakness is going to be this trend line right here. All right, this is going to be my second sign of weakness. Now, if we're going to be strong, I want to see us break out of this channel and use the top of this channel as support and move our way up. First stop is going to be 4154.25, and then after that, I'm looking at 4164.25. And I would imagine it either is going to be extremely violent or it's going to be extremely choppy, either one or the other. So I'm going to be waiting and watching to see what's going on there. That's my next day setup for ES and SPX. Let's look at Tesla real quick. All right, and looking at Tesla right now, if we're gonna be weak, all right, for Tesla, I got an alert set down here. We're gonna go ahead and break down below 164. What is this? 164.48. If we're gonna be weak, that's this double bottom that we have here on the hourly. That's what I'm gonna be paying attention to. But if we're strong, I went ahead and drew a trend line. I'm tracking the trend over here. If we're strong, we're gonna be breaking above this, and I'd love to see this red line I have over here. It's a very strong level. All right, let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you guys. All right, this red line is a very strong level, 167.77. I like those 3 sevens. All right, 167.77. If we, I like to see us get a break above this. This is going to be first sign of strength. Second sign of strength is going to be using this this level right here, 167.77, as support to the upside. We'll be above the 9, be above the 20, and then we would have to work our way above the 200-day moving average. This is on the hourly, so we'll see. But right now, looking at Tesla, if I had to say, how does Tesla look? How does Tesla look right now? Well, look at it. We were in an ascending wedge and we broke out of it. So right now it looks weak. It appears to be weak right now. Could we break up and just have this freakish move to the upside? Yeah, Tesla is known for doing that. That's why you got to be careful. Be careful with your swings. But could we also drop down? If we do, where are we going to pick up more buyers? We have a demand zone down here, so we're going to be waiting for that. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching. You could be watching any other YouTube video in the world, but you decided to watch this one here with me. So I really appreciate that, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTubeification stuff. And guys, don't forget, trade the setup, trade confident, and don't forget to live life. Take care.